Hello, and we're back. This is BG Coins, Beg Coins, as people call me. We are going to take a quick look at the market. These are market updates that I'm going to attempt to keep under 10 minutes, and then eventually I'm going to break off the Bitcoin video as its own and the rest of the altcoins as its own video. So this will be split in two videos and it'll be chaptered. Um, so we're going to just go over a little itinerary. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, see where it's at in the short term, and see if our targets are being hit, see if we can identify any differences between the last video and now. Then we're also going to take a look at the TOTAL2, which is the market without Bitcoin, coin market basically, usually led by the premium high caps, Ethereum, XRP, the top tens, the top five top tens, and then everything else trickles in there. We're also going to take a look at ARB and MATIC. As I pointed out in a Discord group, I'm going to be for the past week we've been focusing on Ethereum layer twos, while Ethereum is attempting to find itself. If in the scenario is Ethereum doesn't necessarily depend on Bitcoin all the time, but uh, the idea is Ethereum is going to run up to somewhere between 2,800 and 3,400. And so during that time, all of its altcoins are going to run up with it, and the TOTAL2 is going to go up as well. So it's important to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at my favorite token, Link. We're going to take a look at the old favorite from a month ago, BONK, see where it's at, see if we can start buying back in. We're also going to take a look at the controversial TRB and FTT. TRB has proven itself over the past 16 hours or so to be the ultimate hidden shitcoin in the market, hitting $1.7 billion. I mentioned it in my Discord group several months ago, saying that somebody has to be second best to Chainlink, and it made an attempt, but the team, the TRB, the Trellor team, dumped on everybody at the peak. Usually these tokens, what I've been realizing, usually a lot of these tokens that come up from the bottom, like Bonk, like Trellor did, they usually hit around 1.6, 1.7 billion, and then they pull back 50, 60, 70% in the market. And so this one was, well, I was going to say this one's no different, but this time Trellor broke the mold and dropped down more than 80%. Where's it at? God. Anyways, more than 80%. And so it's definitely labeled a shitcoin now. We can't trust the team now. We have to trade it as such. And we're also going to look at the controversial FTT, Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah, he's in jail right now, but he got let off on the campaign donation charges. 6 charges dropped by the federal courts. So he probably won't stay in jail as long, probably be in there for a year and a half, 2 years. And by that time, we're going to be at the end of the bull market, and FTX Exchange 2.0 will be back. They'll be back very soon as they're paying off the bankruptcy proceedings. And they had a huge bag of Solana, so they're probably going to liquidate those funds and pay off their customers. So we're going to take a look at those tokens. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And also check out the Discord. The Discord has been, in bull markets, well, near the end of bull markets, we typically see some growth. And this time is no different. Yeah, we're near the end of a run. From a technical standpoint, yeah, we could run off to 60, 70, 80K on the news of the ETF. But from a technical standpoint, we don't see us going any higher than 54K, in some cases 58K. But we're talking about all that in the Discord group. If you want to be a member to get these calls early, you can join the group and then DM me for prices. We talk about everything in the open chat. Come talk to us. We do show a lot of Bitcoin charts. I do give a free daily 4.5. We're at 5 minutes, anyways. I do give a free daily altcoin to jump into. And this week, well, I gave a few this week. This week was Teller and ARB and MATIC. So come join us. Let's see what else do we have. I'm also, just to mention, in the future, I'm going to show how I find my day trading setups, and will continue the day trading and scalping series for that. I use Market Cipher, so that has helped with day trading and scalping targets. We are able to find bottoms pretty easily now. All right, so this might be a little bit longer. I had to get and for the rest of the market, we're going to take a look at the altcoin market cap. If we take a look at the daily, it's hard to tell what's going on here. Actually, we're going to make a quick change. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Hard to tell, so we have to move down. We do have a bear divergence coming in. Typically in this market, you're going to see two bear divergences before you see a move down. So keep that in mind. We don't know when that's going to happen yet. That's on the daily time frame. This is about 2 or 3 weeks of time from when that has happened. So we're going to zoom in. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to zoom in on the 4-hour. We're obviously in an uptrend. We're going to keep this one very simple. We're obviously in an uptrend, looking very Amazon-ish, Tesla-ish, stock market-ish right now. From that perspective, we zoom back out because I didn't reset the chart last time. If we look at the weekly, it's probably most important. Ideally, from here and the top of the range, we set the Fibonacci's to the top of the range, bottom of the current range. We want to see we're at 9 minutes right now. It'll probably take 13 minutes. Bear with me. Ideally, we want to see a move up in the altcoin market to the golden pocket zone between the 0.65 and the 0.1618. And so that would add another, from where we're at, that would add another 500, 600 billion into the market just from altcoins. So that's what we want to see going into the halving. We want to see a big run up with Bitcoin. We want to see a big run up with Ethereum, and then the TOTAL2 altcoin market cap runs with it. Now TRB, we're going to run straight to TRB. It's You can see this is what happens with rug pulls and shitcoins, and literally the Trellor team sold most of the Trellor team is evidence on the blockchain. That's what the blockchain's for, that the Trellor team sold at the top and they dumped it down. All right, they had help from the VC firms, Binance Labs and DWG, I believe, to pump it, and then I believe they all three dumped at the same time. But that's fine because we were able to, with Market Cipher, we were able to figure out by the minute where the price was going to over accelerate, and we figured it was somewhere from we watched. Well, it's hard to find from here. We watched it was somewhere from we went straight from 430 to 555, depending on where is it? Goodness gracious. Depending on the market you were on. Some markets hit 620, which is crazy. But we were able to time the market and figure that we were going to at least dump down to $274, but we just blew right past it. It's the craziest thing we've ever seen. Not to spend too much time on Trellor, that's a whole nother video, I suppose, but right now it's currently fighting for its life on the 1 minute chart. This is where you find entries and exits. You shouldn't stay here too long, but ultimately, that's weird. Okay, so my chart just disappeared. Anyway, so we had a bunch of we had our typical setup. Let's see if it's on the 15. Yeah. Okay. We had our typical setup. We look for our range. I wanted to wait to do this. We figure out where our range is, the top of the range from right here. Mark it out, whatever color you want. This is on the 15-minute chart right now. And we mark out our lower low. I mean, typically this was a higher low, but let's keep it simple. We have lower low to lower low. So, I mean, we got a higher high after, but um, you can see we are always looking for bull divergences or divergences in this case. We got a lower low, bear div on the price action, and then but at the same time we got a bull div, a higher low in the oscillator in the blue wave. Okay, so that's the first thing we're looking for, and then we're looking for a higher low typically, but right away we got a higher high, so that's good. So we blew right through um, with the oscillator, with the blue wave oscillator to a higher high, and then from here we had a higher low. Somewhere we can call it a higher low. It's higher than this area, and but then we got a lower high from this area. Okay, so but we did get a higher low compared to this area, and now we're just going sideways on Trellor and waiting for it to figure out where it's going. And right now, if we want to mark it out from the 15, we have a bull div playing out here while price action is pretty much flat. So you can see the price action is pretty much flat, and we got a bull div. So we zoom in to see if we can get more detail. And it does show that price action on the zoom in is going higher as well, because we got a higher low from here, and we got a we're still pretty much uptrending from here. So ideally we want to see this little zone broken out of. We have some moving average resistance around $200. We want to see on the market cipher, we want to see price action continuing up through here. So we can expect to see somewhere around 200, 203. But if we zoom out to the 15-minute, my target, if we have an upside target, we do want to see somewhere around we want to hit somewhere around 215, 220 to keep this area as a continuation area up. We zoom in, we zoom out again. Yeah, we want to see a continuation. Ultimately, if they want some respect back into their token, we want to see a move back up to this the 6.5 or the 65% area on the Fibonacci level. Okay, if we can get to this, reverse that. So we'd want to see a move back up to 400. I won't say I doubt it because they've been manipulating this token for so long, but anyways, we're gonna move on. We're at 15 minutes. Sorry about that. A lot to talk about. ARB. Let's zoom out. This one's actually very simple. Again, we're focusing on the layer 2 tokens because Ethereum is pumping up and we expect it to go up another at least $500 to $1,000 over the course of the next few weeks. And I mentioned in the group that basically anything from here is probably 144 on up is price discovery in my mind, because all this is the start of the airdrop of the coin and the start of it on the markets, and everything down to here, even 125 to 140 got dumped. Okay, so everything up here, we got the retest of this level. We marked our level. We got a retest of that level. Okay, we'll just say this zone here, we got a retest of this zone, and now we're trending back up. Market cipher is showing money flow is green, and this is on the daily. And something I've learned recently, the CVD yellow line, CVD is trending up in an uptrend, in a new uptrend, while the open interest, which are the bars, it's not working, which are the bars, is trending down. So that means shorts are covering. Okay, so that's stuff to keep in mind. So that's simple. My first target is actually $2.30. Well, first we want to break this level at 218. We first want to break that level, but then a deeper analysis We should be doubling from this level on if we're going parabolic. Doubling 125 is 250. I mean, we can just mark out, we'll just say our price target is 245 for ARB in that sense. So we want to hit those two levels. This wick is, I call it the elevator wick because there's no resistance. Well, there, as I mentioned before, there's no resistance past 150. There's nobody there that's actually holding that token um, that is shorting it from, well, they are shorting it. Their shorts are covering, but um, old, a lot of people sold off their tokens from that point. So there's really no resistance there. All right. And MATIC, more of the same, retested here, retested here. Um, this was the level that we were attempting to hold, or that we were attempting to break, or we're still in that zone. But lower levels, we wanted to show that we wanted to get some higher high, higher lows, higher high action. So far we got higher low or higher low here, higher low here, and now we're breaking into a higher high. Next target is going to be 118. Keeping this very simple. Okay, and MATIC has had a history, well, last bull run, it had a history of running amok, going crazy. I'm on the BingX. BingX hasn't had MATIC for very long, but in that case, with the new exchanges, new money coming into the new exchanges, there's another level we want to see. We want to see 150 hit. 150 is a very important level for me to remember. Okay, we want to hit the top of that range. Market Cipher on the weekly still needs to have more volume coming in. We did get the bull divergence. Best entry on Market Cipher A was here, as you can show the blue wave breaking through the zero level while the VWAP was breaking out as well. But again, we want to see more volume coming into MATIC. It's been kind of lacking for some reason compared to the rest of the market, but that's good. That's why we're here. We're here to buy the tokens that haven't appreciated as much or as fast. And then from there, from 150, we're going to see a lot of moving action. Let's go back to the daily. Yeah, daily can continue to create. It looks like we're going to continue to step over the daily. So this could take a few weeks for MATIC to play out. Okay. Ethereum's more of the same with TOTAL2. It's gonna run up as it's gonna help the rest of the market move up. Okay, we had the ascending wedge move breakout, and now we're just accumulating higher. That's on the weekly. Weekly volume is starting to come in. Daily volume is still very green, flooded green. That's a very good sign for money flow. 4-hour chart, we're making higher lows. Well, first let's stick to the plan. Here's the range. Okay, and now we're looking for, now we're going to mark out the trend. Okay, you can start here or you can move it up, move it up to here. That one looked better. Okay, and then what we're in now seems to be either a rising column, depending on where you want to mark it at, or if you want to keep it flat, we're looking at another ascending triangle. Okay, and again, just like Bitcoin, we could fill this area here. We could come, well, not right there. We could, there's still a zone that could be filled right here, backfilled. We could have some, institutionals pulling some money out and pulling the market back, and we'd see something. We'd see a pullback to here. Okay, but well, anyway, I won't give my opinion on that. We can come back to here, or we can even come back to here on what looks like a deviation before we pull back up. You always want to look for deviations in these patterns, all right, before we make a move back up to the top of the range and then possibly to the upside, to our upside targets. I mean, this is on the 4-hour. Zoom out, I guess. Okay. Our upside targets are somewhere between 2,500 and 3,300. Okay, that's what we're looking for on Ethereum. Link, more of the same, following Ethereum in a sense. It's an Ethereum token. On the daily, it looks like we're losing. Volume. Uh, Losing volume. The RSI and stochastic are curling down as well. The green trend line, we're looking at bearish divergence while prices are making higher highs, even though they're wicks, they're higher highs. So, obviously this is my favorite token, but I'm unbiased. I'm a technical analyst. So, ultimately we could see, again, we're always looking for deviations. We could see price action come down. Let's see. I want to do the overall chart. Ideally, we want to see it come back down. I mean, we touched 13.34 already. We see it come down here and then create a deviation and then move up with the rest of the market, much as Ethereum has. It's going to follow Ethereum for the most part. Okay, pretty simple on Chainlink, but let's look at the 1 hour, see what local price action is doing. Yeah, local price action is breaking out from this little zone here. It's breaking out from this little zone. Mark out our area. Okay, it's creating some bowling bottom action. From here, it's breaking out amongst the moving average levels. Break out the Fibonacci. If we use this as the bottom, 1760 as the top. Ideally, we want to see a move up to the 618 or 618.65 golden pocket area around $16.39 before we even think about pulling back. Okay, so that's what's going on with Link. Keep that quick. BONK. It looks like the 200-day moving average is keeping. We got a bull div on the 200-day moving average, or with a bounce at the 200-day moving average. Mark out our zone. Pretty easy, nice and easy on the eyes. It's marked out here. We got a bull div here. We got the lower low, and a higher low on the bull div, and bull div showing here as well. We got the green dot, green cross with money flow. It's hard to see. We'll zoom in. Money flow moving up. We should see, yep, we see green right there. I will make that change right now because that's getting annoying. I'm going to get rid of the, come on. Going to get rid of that one and change to the Fu Manchu Cipher B plus divergences. It'll make it look a little cleaner. Get rid of RSI, it's already in there. I guess this will be a little additional video. It's where I make my changes to the color scheme on Market Cipher B. Go to inputs. I like to change the VWAP to yellow so it's very obvious. Change this blue to a more transparent blue that mixes well with the white. So we get the white waves there. Okay, that'll be a separate video, but as you can see here, we see the green coming up on the 1 hour. It looks like everything's come on the 1 hour. We got a little bottom in action around. You can't get it perfect every time, but from the 12.5, which I think I mentioned in a few videos ago, we got that bottom and we got a higher low in that area, nice little wick, and now we're making our way up. That's the 1 hour. The 8 hour, let's see what the 8 hour is showing. Nice little zoom out. As you can see, this little area is serving as support. Worst case, we would have wanted to come down to the point 0.0106, 0.107 or so, but we got the 0.12 touch, and we could be making our way up. This is a good area to buy. We got the bull div again, 8 hours even showing a bull div. Flow is curling up, RSI is curling up, VWAP is breaking up. So a very good area, this red area, to purchase BONK. Okay, so we're gonna, well, let's see, let's give you potential golden pocket target. All right, so we're gonna move this up, as we're calling this a bottom. Move that up. we're going to flip this around. So we're going to go from 0 to 1, from the bottom to the top. If we're moving up, that's how it works with Fibonacci's. If you're marking out Fibonacci's, um, from the move from the top, we want to see a move back up to 0.265 or so. We're going to mark that out for the future. Add alert. Okay, and then we're also going to take this Fibonacci down to, we're going to take the 1.0 down to the top of this level here. All right, and then we're going to move in. Let's make this look golden so we can see it very easily. And locally, we want to see a move back up to 0.16. Okay, that's if the market is moving in the way we've been anticipating it during this video. All right, and then that's it for BONK. Trying to move through this 28 minutes. Sorry, but good stuff here. I'm going to break up the video so it's going to be much easier. I won't even release the videos until I break them up. So if you don't want to, you don't have to sit through all of them. Okay. Now we're on FTT. I mentioned FTT in the group. We're going to switch over screens. Mention FTT in the group. Come on. FTT. Months ago. And I know for a lot of people it's a hard pill to swallow. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But we're not, are we going to say, yeah. Okay, so I mentioned, for anyone who wants to get in on FTT, nope, that's the shit coin. Paired so far. Okay, what? No, that's S. No, I don't want that. Where is it? Are we only in members only? New 91 results. Okay, relevant. All the times we mention FTT. I mentioned FTT around $1 in May. Okay, this is, and I didn't say 155. This is an example of when I mentioned it. So we've been talking about it since $1. Okay, we've been accumulating since $1, and here we are at $4. The idea was you buy the rumor that FTX 2.0 was going to come back, and Sam Bankman-Fried was going to get off. Both things have happened. Sam Bankman-Fried got released, or not released, but he was released from being charged on embezzling customer funds to give to the Democratic National Convention. So that happened. That's a whole nother subject, whole nother video. But that all happened, those two factors that we wanted to see happen. So now FTT token, in my mind, is bullish. And here we are with, we're starting off with the bull divergence. From 285, news happened right around here at $3, or actually the news happened right around $3 here. We ran up, we took some profit, pulled back, and we've been attempting to buy this area ever since. And we're going to start to see the money flow go green. It's red right now, but we have the bull divergences. That's going to give the signal to buyers who are looking for bull divergences to get into the market. Okay, ultimately we're going to run up. This is a 4-hour chart. We're going to run from, we want to see a move back up to $3.60 locally, and we want to see it break this trend line here, which it seems to be doing. We'll call this the trend line. I mean, it depends where you draw it from. Draw it from there. We want to see it break $3.30. Okay. And overall, keeping this really simple, we want to go all the way back to $23, as I mentioned in another video before. The daily needs to start showing some bullishness. We have a red dot down there. We move into the 12-hour. It looks like we do have that bull divergence that's playing out. And the 4-hour, we zoom into that. We do have it curling up. We want to zoom in again, and we see this price action curling, and we see a breakthrough there, and we see the white opening up on the blue wave with and a green dot, which is showing possible continuation. We want to start to see some green coming into the market cipher. We zoom into the 24-minute, we're starting to see green. As long as we continue to see higher lows, we can see a breakout. We can see a breakout from this area here. All right, somewhere within these wicks, we have the 200-day moving average keeping price action down, but that's fine. All right, and we want to see, ultimately, we want to see price action breaking out of this zone. We're going to mark out, let's just say 320-ish. Okay, so that's the analysis for FTT, looking good in the short term. That can possibly influence the long term. All right, waves more the same. I don't expect, well, waves, if it's continuing a parabolic trend, we can see somewhere between $3.50 and $4.80 before we see some more consolidation. I don't see waves making a move until Bitcoin is, well, it's a good time to get into Bitcoin or to waves now, as low as it is now. But I expect it to continue to stair step, consolidate sideways, and make a move similar to right here. I believe we're somewhere right here, comparative to now, and we get stair step action much like that, and we get a big move up. Potentially, I see us going to 30-something dollars before we pull back, and then we continue up to new all-time highs along with Bitcoin. Okay, so we're going to check the itinerary again, make sure I covered everything, and that's pretty much it. Again, like, share, subscribe, send the questions away. Check out my last videos. My last video was talking about how I've been marking out Bitcoin's move from 15.6 to now nearly perfectly. Check out that video and check out all the other videos. Check out the ref links below if you need decentralized exchange or you want to jump into BingX, non-KYC VPN though exchange where I leverage trade. Check out that link below. The Discord is in the link below. Again, I will be making a market cipher day trading video on how I find setups. So keep a lookout for that. And thanks for hanging in there. We doubled our time, almost tripled our time, but very important daily update. All right, thanks, and hope everybody does well. Thank you.